Welcome to Agent Tech Talk with Luis Moreno and Max Bumgardner, where insurance pros get smarter about tech. Our mission, making technology simple, practical, and powerful for insurance professionals everywhere.
All right, man. That's our first ever intro that I have ever done, man. Very cool.
Good stuff. How are you, Luis?
Man, what a beautiful Wednesday. Yes. What a
Yes.
super cool Wednesday. I'm losing the track. My days, it's tax time, crazy time.
Yeah, exactly.
But super cool. Well, guys, I'm going to introduce you to Max Bumgardner. He is going to be helping me with tech for agents. Okay. I see, and we've recruited hundreds of agents, and the differentiator with successive agents, I think, is embracing technology. Every single one of them can embrace knowledge on product. They got sales skills, but Max, they need some tech skills. And I'm not talking about, you don't need to build a computer or anything. I'm talking about leveraging tech to help your business grow. That's what I'm talking about. What are your thoughts on that, Max? Because you're a tech guy, but you're getting into the insurance industry.
Yeah, so I'm on the flip side of that. So you have 30 plus years of insurance expertise, and you offer a lot of value, and I appreciate that. I speak for everybody else that watches your stuff, Luis. Nice job, man, giving everybody else a leg up on what you know and sharing your information. I'm on the tech side, as you mentioned, and please excuse me, I'm battling a little bit of a cold today, but I am on the tech side from the standpoint of being brilliant at the basics. So I think like your website needs to be built right. Okay. I think that your Google business profile needs to be optimized and done right. You know, I think that your messaging needs to be done right. So there's a lot of different things. And I think in the course of this series, what we'll do is we'll kind of, in my estimation, we'll kind of talk about being brilliant at the basics. So quit trying to run to the next lead generator, which I'm finding out in the industry as a new agent. A lot of people do. They go and say, well, I need to go buy leads. And they're not even optimizing their own website or their own Google business profile. Some people have no clue even how to do it. And I'm just a big fan of organic leads when you can get them and being a hero in your local market.
Well, organic leads is the way to go, guys. All right. Now, I don't like to buy leads. I mean, I'll get a carrier, give me some money, I'll go buy leads, and they're horrible. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know where they're getting them from. I don't know what carriers are doing to get these leads, whatever. Organic lead gen is really the best, whether you're doing it on social media, which what I have been doing, but what I have just realized, thanks to the research that you did on my websites, is I'm horrible. I stink. My website is not even in the first, what did you say, the first 6 pages?
Well, yeah, top 50, and that's just in your market. But, you know, to be fair to you, that's through, you know, one of your carriers, that particular site that we're talking about. So really not your fault. It does have, there are some good qualities, but local search rank is not one of them. So,
yeah. You know? And I want local people. I want people to come into my office, look at my crazy great aquarium that they can come hang out with me and see, you know, anyway. But ultimately, that's the case. So here's what we're going to bring to you guys. Let's get straight into this now. Is reason I have Max here with us is because, number one, he's redoing all my websites. I got your book, which I gave to my tech guy. I read it on the airplane, and I could not put it down. I was like, OMG, there is so much to a website. You know, I always thought of a website as a brochure. Right. Really, that's my fault for thinking that that's what it is, but it really could be a very good lead gen. So guys, what we're going to bring to you all is slowly and surely is a package where if you want to connect with us and with Max, he'll have a package of like good, better, best type of scenario for a website. And because here's what I do see, Max. I see so many agents with no domain. Okay. And what I mean by a domain, guys, is that when you tell me to email you contracting or stuff, you're using Luis Moreno insurance@gmail.com.
Right.
Or AOL.com. I'm like, you know what? You got to get into the big leagues. It should be Luis at maybe MorenoInsuranceAgency.com.
Right.
Or Simply Health, which is my health agency or whatever.
Right.
So Max, I'm like, Max, here's what we got to do for agents. These guys know insurance. They don't know all this tech stuff. Let's build out something that's affordable for them, where we can optimize our website, do really good in their local market, but then also where we get the domain, a professional email. And so that's coming, guys. But today, this is something that you guys can do today. And do me a favor on the comment section. Okay. If you have a question, because it's hard for me to interact with you, and there's only a few of y'all in here right now, but if you have a question, post it in the comment and I'll ask Max. Okay. Because I'm not really the techie guy. He is. So yep. Max, let's talk about something that agents can do right now. Super easy. It doesn't cost you anything to do this. And that is taking care of your Google business page, right? Is that what it is?
Google business profile, but Google business page is close enough, Luis, because it's basically talking about the same thing. And so first and foremost, it used to be called Google My Business. And we're going to get into some interesting stats here for you in a very quick, we'll condense it so we don't have your eyes glaze over and have you want to tune out. We're going to try to keep your attention here. But this is something that you can do for yourself. Even if you're a local agent that doesn't have an agency like a bricks and mortar, it is possible for you to have a Google My Business page. And there is a way to do that. A lot of people say, no, there isn't. They've changed their rules, and they have changed their rules. Google is what I'm talking about. But you can have a Google business profile, even as an individual agent. One of the pitfalls of that is you'll have to list your address, and you'll have to take a video of your office inside your house. And sometimes people push back on that and say, no, I don't want people knowing where I live. I don't want them to come to my house. And I understand that. And so some people have that trepidation. Other people are like, you know what? I've had it. There's a guy in suburban St. Louis that did it a few years ago before the rules changed. He still gets calls and emails from his Google business profile that lists his profile, his picture, and his address, his home address. He's never had anyone stop by his house, but he does still get leads. He's a Medicare sales rep. So, a Medicare advisor. So you're going to have to make that decision for yourself. And I'm not advocating either way. But if you do have bricks and mortar and you do not have your Google business profile optimized and filled out, we're going to have a gift for you at the end of this. Luis will make it easy for you to get it. And I've already submitted it to Luis. It's just something that'll help you out, won't cost you anything, and it'll give you a lot of value.
Yep. And that is a really cool, I looked at it and I'm like, this is really cool. And guys, what you will do is you can do two things. If you go down to the bottom, there's a description. I'll have a link there for you to download it, or just email us, get a hold of us, and I will definitely just attach it and send it to you. Right. So Max, you tell me when you want me to share the screen. I don't know when you're ready for that, when we discuss this, but Google business, guys, I'm going to tell you, and is this Google business? You're going to tie this down to getting Google reviews, Max?
So Google reviews, yes. But where I'm coming from on this, Luis, is using something that will put you out there. And I've got in this presentation, you can pull it up whenever you'd like to. But I have in this presentation, I have, a couple of things that will definitely help with people. For one, and I'm assuming you can still see the screen, right?
We're good. We can see it.
Okay. So you can see up where it says Google My Business, and then you can see Google Business Profile. They changed it. Google Business Profile lives on Google Maps. Okay. Just to make that really clear, Google Business Profile lives on Google Maps. So whether you have created something for, let's just assume that you do have an insurance agency and you do have bricks and mortar, whether you personally created something on Google Maps or not does not mean that it's not already there. And I'll get into that in just a second. So some agencies have a Google business profile on Google Maps that they're completely unaware of. So that's one thing. If you want to make a quick note to yourself right now, is Google yourself, Google your agency to see if it exists. Because if it does exist, you can claim it. So, and you should claim it because it's yours, right? So that's one thing to remember. Visibility. So first of all, when people search services near me or in your area, Google prioritizes businesses with completed and active profiles. Okay. Underline that exclamation point. In other words, if your profile has not been claimed by you and has not been optimized, then you're missing out. You really are. Yes, you can still get Google reviews, as Luis indicated. I mean, you can still ask for Google reviews and get Google reviews, but you're not going to have the same weight as far as Google's concerned in search results because you're not active on your Google business profile. Any questions so far?
No, we have no comments yet. And guys, please post some comments and I will be glad to ask. Okay.
So that's the whole goal. And I don't know if in a Google search, if you've done a Google search before, sometimes you'll see about, most of the time it's at the top, but there's 3. It's called the local 3-pack. You can see that there on the screen. So that's the same thing for insurance agencies. So type in health insurance or Medicare insurance in your market. And sometimes you'll see in that local 3-pack, the top 3 in your market that pop up. Okay. The goal is for you to be one of those top 3, right? That's the goal. That's what you want. Because again, the premise is organic leads. We've all, as insurance agents, I'm a new insurance agent, but I've been in the digital world for a long time. And, I'm bombarded with people that are trying to sell me verified leads, high quality leads, and my experience has been not real good with those paid leads. And so I'm a big proponent of doing all of the stuff you can do to make sure you are organically showing up.
And Max, I want to make a comment about paid leads that you agents need to be aware of because one of my agents is going through this scenario. Guys, if you are buying leads, you need to make sure that the lead vendor is accurately having you what's what I'm looking for? They need to make sure that you, not them, have consent to contact.
Yes.
If you don't have it, but they do,
yes,
you are putting yourself into some serious financial issues.
Yes.
I'm going to share this one story, Max, because this is a little,
great.
Agents need to be aware of this.
Yeah.
Here's what's happening. So an agent took a live transfer. Okay. It just happened that live transfer was like an attorney who has a bunch of seniors sitting there and they're just waiting for little poor agents to make a contact that they don't have consent for.
Right.
And what they do is are like, we caught you. All right, Max, you're screwed. Yeah. I'm going to make you a deal, Max. I will not turn you in. It's kind of like blackmail. Says, I will not report you to the federal agency because you have violated this law, whatever it is. Okay. And their fine or whatever can be up to $25,000 or whatever it may be. But here, check this out. If you pay me $5,000 right now, I will make it go away and never submit it.
Right.
Well, what if you don't have $5,000? Now you're negotiating, or they may just say, hey, we don't care, Max. We got tons of poor agents that this is happening to. So either you pay or tomorrow I'm going to submit and you're now screwed.
Yeah.
So paid leads, guys, vet your vendor. Make sure that if you're getting live transfers or if you are getting you're getting these leads that you specifically have the consent to contact, whether it's email, text, or a phone call.
Yeah.
All right.
And can I add something to that too, Luis?
Sure, go ahead.
Along the same lines, with all due respect. So I know you're affiliated with Agent CRM. I have a CRM that's built on the exact same platform. And when you upload contacts into that, for those of you agents that are watching that use Agent CRM, you also need to be careful when you're uploading those contacts because like Luis just mentioned, you don't have that consent to contact form. And so I know somebody who just loaded up into their CRM a list of 1 million contacts. Okay. First of all, I would have been suspect. This particular agency was like, nah, we can't wait to call them. I said, you can't call one of them. Yeah, we can. So they uploaded it into their CRM. There's a little checkbox when you upload a list into that CRM. Agent CRM is the same. And you're attesting to the fact that you have permission to call those contacts. Do not skip that. Don't get caught with that. This same list provider for this agency I'm talking about came back to them in an email and said, before you use any of those, we need you to sign this release letter holding us harmless if there's repercussions.
They're smart.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said, we're just providing the list. We're not. And the guy called me and I said, absolutely no way. And I said, get those out of your CRM, period. Never make one phone call because they're messing with the bot right now in their CRM, an automated bot. Trust me when I say, if you don't have that consent to contact, like Luis just said, you're playing with fire, not just your license, but your whole livelihood. And they're going to come after you. And there's little organizations right now that are doing exactly what Luis just said. They're preying on agents who are not real organized, we'll say. So anyway.
And what it is, guys, is that unfortunately, we used to be able to go by aged leads. Back in the day, you'd pay maybe $10 for a lead, but one that was a year old, you'd pay $1 for that lead. Let me see if I can revive it. Don't revive it. You do not have consent. So, man, something to be careful. Hey, Cindy, I appreciate that comment. So Cindy posted right now, wow, thanks for the great advice. Thank you. Yeah, you need to be aware of that. Yeah. All right, let's continue, Max.
All right, I'm getting back to this, and you tell me if we're wrapping up on time. I know you're a busy man, Luis.
Oh,
you just tell me. Okay, but a Google profile also builds trust. And again, some people, their eyes glaze over when they think about a Google business profile. I'm telling you, I'm looking right into the camera. I am telling you, it is so critically important to make sure this is done correctly. And like I told you before, we're going to have the correct way to do it on a PDF, easy to follow PDF for free for you with no obligation, just as something to provide more value, just like Luis does all the time. But a Google business profile builds trust. It says to them, whoever's searching, hey, we're legitimate, we're active, we care, here's some photos, you got to update it. And I can offer more later on what that looks like as far as, updating the Google business profile. And
I think for agents, it's vital, Max. I mean, I'm big. We ask for Google reviews and we're up to close to 600 5-star reviews. And I think that's helped me. And I thought it was because of the website, but no, it's just Google itself, because we get a lot of reviews, has helped me. I don't know where it's pushing me, but we're getting lots of calls with people moving in from other states. Hey, we need insurance. Can you help? And I'm like, hey, it's Google reviews. So I'm a big proponent of that.
And for those of you in California and Florida, I don't know if you're familiar with local services, and this is a little off track here, Luis, I apologize, but I can provide this information later, or we could do another episode on this specifically. But local services, Google guaranteed, anytime you Google anything. So let's just say in your market, you're going to Google a roofer right now, in whatever market you're in, wherever you're watching from. Roofers that are Google guaranteed would pop up with a little green check mark next to them, okay, at the very top, okay? And that's great for roofers. I know, because I have a legacy agency that handles roofing too, marketing agency. And that's, they get to see how much they're paying for that lead. Plus they get to call that lead from that. They can just push a button and call them, and the call's recorded. I mean, it's fantastic. It's a nice way to get leads. The calls are inbound, by the way, not outbound. So that's a nice way to get leads. But that now is available for insurance agents. It was, the last time I checked, in California and Florida only. One of the agents I work with down here in the Florida market, we signed it up. It's not necessarily for the health side. So it's on the P&C side of things, but an incredible way to get leads. It really is. Yeah, it is. So for those who are in those markets, you might want to check. I think Texas is on the line coming up here, by the way, if they're not already. But back to this, with Google you also get insights for performance. If your Google business profile, if you get into it, play around with it and look at it, I mean, you're going to be able to see, how many people saw your business in 30 days. You can change the metrics. You can do a week, 2 weeks, a month, 90 days. So you can see if you're getting some traction, how they found you, what actions they took, and that kind of stuff's important. And if you don't have the time to do it yourself, somebody on your team, if you have a team, should do it. If you don't have a team and can't do it yourself, then maybe hire a digital marketing partner. But interesting stats here. Google holds 86.8% of all searches in the US. That's probably not new news to most of you. But look at this next stat. 64% of US businesses have a verified Google business profile. Okay, that doesn't mean that the rest don't have a profile. That just means it's not verified, meaning it wasn't claimed by the business owner. Hopefully that makes sense. Does that make sense, Luis?
It does. It sure does.
Okay. And then 50% of US insurance agencies right now in real time remain unverified, meaning that they have a business profile, but they haven't claimed it. They haven't added a single photo to it. They haven't added a single update to it. And by the way, photos and updates are two separate things on a Google business profile. You need to be adding both on a regular basis. And as Luis has mentioned a couple times now, Google reviews absolutely help you. They absolutely help you. So, with the Google business profile, you can actually ask for reviews inside that profile.
Very interesting that you mentioned that comment, because today I brought and I'm going to take some staff pictures. I'm going to take a picture, and just put them into my Google. Yes, I agree. I was just like, I got to update my pictures. So I agree. Thank you.
Yeah. And so photos, Google Photos for sure. That's when you get in there. And like I said, we are offering you a PDF today for free. Just go ahead and have a look at that PDF. Luis will have a way for you to get that with a link, or just send an email, either way. But do those things, or have someone do those things, from top to bottom, from you haven't claimed it to you claim it and you want to have it optimized. You're probably only looking at a couple of hours of focused time. And I know in a society where we have 8-second attention spans, that's tough sometimes. But make the time to do this, because I'm telling you, you're missing out on organic traffic and local search rank if you're not doing this. Coming up in future episodes, we're going to talk about SEO. It's not dead. No matter what you're seeing on the internet, SEO is absolutely not dead. But AEO is on the way, okay? And a solid SEO foundation is really important. And that's all I got for you, Luis.
Man, and that's plenty, guys. So here are real quick action steps. We took what Max said. Ultimately, create either claim it if you have one, or create one. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, I do know a lot of agents work from home. Okay, it is what it is. In the health industry, you're doing ACA and Medicare or life. Mm-hmm. It seems to be the norm. Right. On the P&C side, oh hell no. P&C carriers don't even want to give you a contract to sell unless you have a brick and mortar office. Okay, it's just the way it is, guys. I mean, I have one here. I mean, it's a commercial building. We're street front. I didn't have a choice, and I'm so glad that I was forced into this, because this piece of real estate has doubled on me, and I own the darn thing. And or I'd be paying rent to somebody else. I'd be buying the building somebody else. So, but yes, I would say, regardless, go claim it or create your Google business. So I have got the sheet here that Max sent to us that we're going to be sharing with you guys. And again, where you get this is you can send me an email and we'll send it out to you. Okay. I'm going to post my email here. Give me 1 minute. There it is. Email just popped up. Send me an email and just say, hey, can you send me, what are we going to call it, Max?
It's the Google Business Profile guide, how to set it up. It's a guide, just how to set it up, step-by-step guide. It's a PDF and super easy to follow.
You know what? We'll shorten it. All you have to do is tell me this. Send me the Google Business Guide. That's it. GBP. No, G.
Yeah, GBP is Google Business Profile. Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Send me that. Email me. Or if you just click, scroll down on this YouTube video, and then down there in the description, you will have this where you can download.
Right.
Okay.
If you're an agent that doesn't have a budget, you don't have anything really, and you're trying so hard. I mean, I talked to Luis offline about some of this stuff, and some of the agents, I did my research too and found out, 90% of agents quit right in the first year. It's a tough job, and so that was one of the stats that I saw. But I think it can also be a rewarding job. And if you can check some of these boxes on some of these things, you can control yourself for free, other than your time. I know your time's worth something, but why not do it, man? I mean, this is easy stuff.
And then, guys, I'll tell you this: within Google, it'll tell you here, hey, get more Google reviews, and it'll give you a link.
Right.
And what you can do is you can post that link on your emails.
Right.
What we do after we onboard somebody, we'll send them that link. Hey,
right.
would you please help us with a 5-star review?
Mm-hmm.
And we don't incentivize for them to give it. We just ask for it. Hey, would you mind giving us a 5-star review? Some of them just put the 5 stars. Some put a comment, which I get an email from Google says, hey, you just got a review. And I click on it. I respond to all the comments. I don't know if that helps me, but I try to keep it as interactive as possible. So it cost you a penny, guys. A little bit. What do you say? Maybe an hour's worth of time, Max?
To do it really correctly, I'd say an hour to 2 hours actually of focused time. Just focused time, and don't get discouraged, because it's so. And some people might zip through it in a half hour, but you need some pictures. You need some. And remember, Google updates are transactional. We can dive deeper into this in another episode if we need to. But Google updates are transactional, so you don't want to just put your logo of your insurance agency, call us for your insurance needs. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that it's something that is appropriate for the time. So, it could be maybe there's a new law for insurance, or maybe there is a special enrollment period in the case of, like, say, Medicare. So, within the rights, because CMS, as you guys all well know, CMS is very stringent on how you can advertise. But within what you can do, make it timely. For those Google My Business Profile updates, make it timely. And remember, those updates are different than the photos. Updates, you should be adding 4 or 5 a week. Okay. Remember that.
A week. Okay. Yeah. I haven't been doing weekly. I'm looking at, so on Monday. So I actually got my business profile report, 50 calls, 42 people asked for directions.
Right.
32 went to the website. 1,960 profile reviews. What does that mean?
Profile views or reviews?
Views.
Okay. So that means 1,000 people. Is that for the last week, Luis?
Last month.
Last month. Okay. So yeah, that means 1,000 people viewed your business profile. Okay. So yeah. So, I mean, and I've got contractors in little towns. I just sent them their March, because they send it out yesterday, I think it's about the 8th, 9th. And so that contractor, little bitty town, had 87,000 views on his Google business profile, because we've been all over it. We constantly feed it, constantly. I can't stress enough. This is an easy thing. It's free. And it works for you all the time. It's not some greasy guy saying, hey, give me $90 for this lead that I'm going to sell to 3 other insurance agents. So, so anyway, there you go. And sorry, I got a cold today. Sorry about that.
Here's what we got for you guys. So this is episode 1. We're going to be running this every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Is it p.m. or no, a.m.? No, I don't know. 12 o'clock noon.
12 p.m. Central. Yeah.
Yes, Central, every Wednesday. Yeah. What we're going to have for you guys tomorrow, eventually what we want to do, guys, is we want to take where you're at, including myself, and go the next level. Let's leverage technology so that we can generate. Ultimately, all we want is more organic leads. That's it. More visibility and more leads. Guide people towards our website, or make it pop up when they do a search.
Right.
And hopefully we work our way up, get up there so that they click on our website, enter their information. We get a lead, and now we can contact and make some money. That's the ultimate goal of this. Here's what we have in episode 2, which is next Wednesday, guys. we're going to be talking about why SEO matters for every insurance agency.
Yeah.
I know what SEO, which is search engine optimization.
Right.
I know it from a 30,000. I know it's there, but what it really does for us, I don't have a clue. So make sure you tune in next Wednesday, 12 o'clock noon Central, and we'll be going over that. And then soon, guys, Max, and I'm just waiting for you. We will have a 1, 2, 3 package for you guys where you can connect with Max and decide, do you want this package with a website, domain, email? Do you want this better package, or do you want this premier package, whatever we're going to call it? We're putting that together for you guys. I'm going to be taking advantage of it too, because my website is not, I haven't put a lot of love into it.
Yeah, but you know what you did do? You went out there and, like you profess on your channel, you went out there and you set up the booth. You went out there and you told people what you do. You went out there and pressed the flesh, basically, and you've done that for years. And nothing beats that. I'm on the other side of it, thinking, with that, coupled with that effort, if you can have your business working for you in the background for free because you've done all this stuff right, isn't that a bonus? Isn't that a great way to do business? So that's where I'm coming at it from.
I agree. And I'm sharing one final time. There is Max email. If you want to go check out his website, there's his site. Let us know how we can help you guys. Our ultimate goal here is helping you guys grow, make some money. That's the ultimate goal. So take advantage of it. And then I'm going to share one thing, guys, because this is and I want to share this because I do think agents have a need for this. And it happened to one of my agents already. They forgot to renew their license, Max.
Oh, yikes.
They missed it. Okay.
Yikes.
Not only is that going to be a problem, they're going to have a problem also because they didn't do their CE credits.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And there's a fine for every hour that you didn't do. So I found this guy who's created this website, and it's called Insurance Sales. And I'm going to share the link here with you guys right now. Okay. Let me post it here. Okay. Check this out. I'm going to post it right here. All right. Add banner. All right. Here we go. Okay. Guys, if you would go here, and I've got my affiliate code, you go on here. This is a really cool tool, and it's free, guys. It doesn't cost you anything. If you go here and you sign up, it doesn't even ask you for any personal info. You put in public info. You can get anybody's NPN. You're going to put your info and your NPN. It'll pull up all your licenses, all your carriers. Okay. I mean, it is, in fact, I'm going to present my screen so you can take a look at it.
Yeah. Wow.
Right here. So look at this, guys. So this is my dashboard on here. And remember, this is free, guys. Okay. So you go on here, and I'm licensed in 8 states. Okay. That's a pretty cool visualization. I have 141 carrier relationships and 157 appointments. You can go down here and you've got your list of carriers and you've got your list of licenses and when they expire. Now they're coming up with more tools. I don't know what they're coming up with, but if you just want to find out your carriers, I think you can go here to products and Medicare, and it tells you what Medicare carriers you have.
This is amazing. Where has this product been? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Wow. You want to find out? I have agents tell me, I don't even know who I'm appointed with.
Right.
Well,
right.
Here you go.
Yeah.
You've got your universal life carriers, your whole life carriers, your term life, accidental. Wow. You want to know who your health carriers are. I know I have more, but I think it's brand new. So again, remember, I had an agent ask me, how secure is this? There's nothing special here. Right. Your licenses are public data, your NPN number. So when you go create your account, all you need is your name and your NPN, sign up, and all the data just populates in there.
That's amazing. Wow. This is great.
So guys, take advantage of this thing. It's a pretty cool little tool. And I just did it maybe to figure out my carriers and my licenses because I don't want to miss out.
Right. Exactly.
So So
nice.
yeah, definitely take advantage of that, guys. All right.
And you said it's free, Luis?
It's free. Yes, it is free.
Okay.
So there it is, guys. Take advantage of that. All right, Max. Hey, thank you for your time. Again, you want to get with Max one more time? There's his information. Get a hold of him, and we will stay tuned next week. We're going to be coming to you with SEO information, why it is important for you insurance agents, for us insurance agents, to optimize ourselves when people are searching for any kind of insurance. Max, thanks again, man.
Thank you, Luis. I'm a fan. Keep
all right.
doing good things in the world, buddy. So.
Oh yeah, awesome. And don't forget, description down below, I will have the link for the PDF that Max created that will walk you through setting up your Google business profile.
There you go. You got it.
All right.
GBP, baby. So
I had to think about it. You couldn't see smoke coming out. I thought about that. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Okay. See ya.